to another episode of On the Couch with McNeill Real Estate. My name is Janet and today I'm delighted to welcome Margaret from MW Mortgage and Wealth, specialising in helping people achieve wealth through property. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Myself and my background. So my husband and I have 5 children between the two of us.
Seriously?
Yeah, we have the Brady Bunch. So they range from 22 to 27 and they've all left home.
Yes!
So I hope they don't see that. So it's a really different life now being an empty nester, but it was a struggle at first, but now I'm enjoying it, loving it. Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So I know you spend a lot of time on the peninsula, so what do you love most about the peninsula?
Oh, what's there not to love? The beach, the wineries, the mountain bike tracks.
Yes.
It's just gorgeous. You know, you've got the best of both worlds. You've got
Yes.
the country feel, around Red Hill area, and then you've got, the peninsula,
You've got the safe bay beaches.
Yeah, and then the surf beaches.
Surfing out the back. So,
it's
brilliant.
it's beautiful. Yeah, it's
Good.
lovely.
That's great. Now, just tell me, how long has MW Mortgage and Wealth been in business?
So the brand MW Mortgage and Wealth has been in business about a bit more than 2.5 years. I've been in business as a mortgage broker for 8 years, but this particular branding is just over 2.5 years old.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant. So why did you start this business and who's your ideal client?
So MW Mortgage and Wealth came from my passion to help people change their lives, change the trajectory of where they're heading. So I'm really passionate about helping people that feel like they're in a little bit of a financial mess and they want to clean it up and they want to start creating wealth. They've got the capacity, but they don't have the knowledge or the key people in their pockets to help them. So I help them, connect them with who they need, help sort out the mess first and, de-stress it for them and make it a bit more simple and then, help them on that journey.
So part of that is you sort of look at their finances and say, okay, well, you're not in a position to buy anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's do like a savings plan or
it's individual, so it depends. So if it's somebody that doesn't have a deposit at the moment, so say it's first home buyers and they have no idea what they're aiming for, I'll sit down with them and we'll talk about different purchase prices and different types of property, whether it's an off the plan or an established, and we really sort of drill down on what do they really want. And then once they decide what they want and what purchase price they want to aim for, then I'll do the numbers for them and I'll tell them what the minimum is that they need to save.
Okay. Yes.
And if they say, oh yeah, we can do that, well, I leave them be and let them go and do that themselves. But I'll check in with them every 3 to 6 months. How's that savings going? And if I identify that they might need a bit more help, maybe with some budgeting, then I'll refer them on to someone that can help them with the budgeting.
Right.
If it's, it might be people that are self-employed and they might be doing their own tax returns and it's like, I think maybe,
Get an accountant.
Get an accountant, so it's just about what's their specific needs and where can I help them, improve their situation. Yeah.
Things like with a first home buyer, for example, and how the benefits they get if they move into the country or if they buy a brand new house. Do you sort of talk about that and say, look, this is what you could buy, for example, on the peninsula?
Yeah, absolutely.
But have you thought about moving, let's say, to Ararat?
Yeah.
Because you can buy a lot more.
Yeah.
But then obviously it will come down to what sort of work they can get and how does that...
Yeah, so those are all the sorts of things that I'll discuss with them. There are people, first home buyers, that are very adamant about living in a particular area. So often those people, say for example, it might be people from the Yarra Valley, there's no new housing developments over there. They have to look at an established property. So that's where they really want to live and they don't want to entertain the idea of living anywhere else. So we work with that. But there might be other people that are from this area that say, we'll go out as far as Pakenham. So then I'll work the numbers. I'll say, well, look, if you bought something new,
Yep.
Or off the plan, this is what the numbers look like.
Yes.
If you bought something established for the same price, this is what the numbers look like. Because obviously there's a difference with stamp duty saving and first home buyers grant and that sort of thing.
Yep.
So that helps them make a decision on, and then, you know, we also talk about the other pros and cons. If you buy a new house, there's no garden, you know, often there's no curtains.
Yes.
You know, with an established place, you get this, you get this, you get this. So I just help them think about the things that they probably haven't thought about. Being first home buyers, they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, that's right. You don't.
Yeah. So I just try to, you know, talk them through it and help them. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. So how does your actual service help people grow their wealth? Well, I guess if you've got someone who's got maybe the house they live in and they're thinking of buying an investment, or how does it actually help them grow their wealth?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is to ascertain what wealth means to them.
Yes.
That's going to be different to everybody.
Yes.
I'll give you an example of someone that I've helped in the last, it's probably a 5-year plan. So maybe not even that, maybe a bit less. So the first time I saw them, they were seeing me because they wanted to consolidate their debt. They felt they had really good income, but they were just living week to week. So I sat down with them and I had a look at what equity they had in their own home and how we could tidy it up and how they could save some money. But also within that conversation, I said to them, "What do you want in the future? Where do you want to live? Do you want to stay here?" And they sort of said, "Oh, look, you know, this house is not our forever home. We're going to need something bigger." And I said, "Well, let's just work with those numbers. Let's see what that looks like." So what happened was it turned from consolidating all of this debt within what they had to them being able to actually upgrade and buy this magnificent, beautiful home, consolidate all their debts and pay less out every month.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So that to them was amazing. They had this beautiful big house, and when you see what they came from, they were living in a very basic house which was on like a hill in Belgrave, like, you know. Okay. I couldn't wear high heels when I walked down the driveway, you know. So just by having that conversation with them, they didn't realise they were able to do that. And now, 2 years down the track, we've done another review on their loan and we've had another look at their situation. And now I've referred them onto a financial planner, and now they're looking at what can we do next. What can we do next? Right. We've got this sorted. What's the next step? So it's an ongoing service, you know, it's an ongoing checking in. Where are you? What do you want to do? What's the plans, you know? And it's different for everybody, you know. I've got one set of clients that want to buy an investment property for each of their children so that they've got something, you know, when they enter the market. Yeah, so it's an individual thing. So it depends on what people want. And I sort of consider myself to be the connector, you know. I don't do everything. My expertise is the lending, but I identify where there might be some gaps, and then I find the experts to help them. And so then the client feels like they've got that whole service around them, you know. So
that sounds amazing. That's very, very different to your normal mortgage broker.
It's for me, it's not about the transaction at all. It's about what's important to this particular client, and how can I help improve their situation, and obviously that's different for everybody.
Exactly. No, that's fantastic. So what should people sort of look for when they are choosing someone to help grow their wealth?
I think they have to look for someone that they feel that they trust, and that comes down to gut. I've actually had people approach me that I know have been seeing multiple different mortgage brokers, and I'll just be upfront and honest with them and say, we can all give you the same product. It's about who do you feel most comfortable with, who do you feel that is going to look after you, and who do you trust. So that's what it comes down to. You'll get a feel, you'll know, you know, this person's for me or not for me.
That's right.
And I think that goes with everything that we do with regards to finance, because it's such a personal, scary thing, and you want to make sure that you're getting looked after. So, you know, the financial advisor, the accountant, the mortgage broker, make sure you've got trusted
The right people.
the people you feel are right for you.
Yep. No, that's fantastic. So, what sort of services do you currently offer?
So anything finance, pretty much. So it's residential mortgages, investment properties, small business loans, car loans, personal loans.
Yep. Commercial by factory.
Yeah.
Superannuation.
Self-managed super fund loans.
Right,
Yes. So with a self-managed super fund loan, you actually have to have quite a few professionals involved in that. You need an accountant, you need a financial advisor, and you need a mortgage broker. You need all of those people for that. Anything where you need funding. So it might even be, small businesses that are looking to expand.
Yes.
They might need debtor finance. They might need finance for a factory or an office or, equipment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. That's brilliant. So, how do people access your services and how do they find you?
So just Google MW Mortgage and Wealth. You find me on the internet, and you'll find me at Facebook page MW Mortgage and Wealth, Instagram. So just Google me and you'll find my number.
You'll pop up.
Yeah, and I'll pop up.
That's great. So now, Margaret, what do you do when you're not working?
I ride.
Push bike.
Yeah, push bike.
I've seen you riding your. Well, I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah. So I love mountain bike riding.
Yeah.
That's my happy place. Getting out in the bush on my mountain bike, but I do enjoy the road bike as well. And I enjoy running, and particularly in the bush, so trail running.
Oh, wow.
And trekking. I just love being in the bush. That's my happy place. A lot of people go to the beach, but for me it's I could sit in the middle of the bush by myself.
I can relate to that. Because for me, sitting on the beach with the sand and the flies and all that, I'd rather be in the bush and see the nature and
hear the birds and
that's fantastic.
Absolutely. I reckon the picture of my perfect day would be riding into the middle of the bush and sitting down and reading a book.
Yep.
That would be perfect.
Yep. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Margaret.
Thank you.
That concludes another episode of On the Couch with McNeill Real Estate. So thanks for watching.